So the thing we are discussing now, we have written max. So that means this max function, we should have also to declare this max function, because we are using this max function. This is for the, or let's say we have written that this is nth item should be included. For that, if the nth item should be included, or say nth item included, and this condition is if the nth item is not included, nth item not included, and between them not included. So nth item included and nth item not included. Between these two, whichever will be the maximum, it will return that. It will return that. So that means here we are using max. So max means what? This max function should also have to define. So let's see how we define the max function. So for defining the max function, we'll simply use now how it will do this max function. This max function will like this, that in this max function, this max functions we will define this max function here. So this is the max and it is taking two values, two integers, int a and int b. Now if you remember, to find the maximum values there is also a way present, and that way is named as in the C. If you remember, there is another condition, that is the ternary operator condition. Do you remember the ternary operator condition? If you anyone remember that, what is the ternary operator condition? In one line, if we have to find the maximum value, then we use this ternary operator. This ternary operator we have used. That is, in ternary operator, what we will write? Return. It will be if A is greater than B. If A is greater than B, then after that it will be and A is to B. This is the condition of the ternary operator, that if A greater than B, or we can write it like this also. Let's say we will write this, write like this also, and in one line we write like this. This is the ternary operator condition, that if A is greater than B, then either it will show A, or if this is false, then it will show as B. So this is the ternary operator condition. In ternary operator, in one line, we can see it. In one line, we can see the value. So here it will be comma. Okay. So this is the condition. This is how we can see that. Okay. So this is the total programming of our knapsack problem. So that means what? First we have declared that enter the number of items, then we take the value and weight arrays, so that each element values and each element profit, we will able to store it. And after that, the capacity of the knapsack, we declare the capacity of the knapsack as a user input. We are taking that, and then we said that if printf, the maximum value will be this knapsack, and it has a parameter where capacity of the knapsack, the weight of the value, the profit of the value, and the profit of that item, the weight of that item, and this weight W is the capacity of the knapsack, and N is the item. N is the item. So that means this is called in the main function. That means we have to declare it into the, we have to define it because it is called in the main function. So if each function, if we called, then this function definition should be present. So in definition, you see, we have taken as a parameter the capacity, the weight array, and the value or the profit array we have taken, and n as the number of items. Now first checking the condition that if the number of items is 0 and the capacity of the knapsack is 0, that is the best condition. That means we have to return nothing because both are zeros. The item number is 0 and capacity of the knapsack is 0. Then what we will return? We will not able to return anything. The next condition is if the nth item which we are choosing, that nth item weight is greater than the capacity of the knapsack. Then what we will do, we'll simply return knapsack and as a parameter W, the capacity of the knapsack, the weight of that particular item, the profit of that particular item, and the n-1. This is the condition that if it is not included, if the nth element or the nth item we cannot include it into the, not able to include into the knapsack. Then else can be another condition, that is we have to take the maximum between what the nth element chosen and the nth element we cannot add into the knapsack. Between them, the maximum value will choose and return it. So we'll choose and return it. So that is n value. We are taking the nth element. Now that nth element taken, the knapsack weight will decrease because that particular item weight will be subtracted from the capacity of the knapsack because this item is put it into the bag. So what we have seen, that first element added. So that means from 14 minus 2, this capacity becomes 12. So that means if the item is added into the capacity, then that particular weight of that item is subtracted from the capacity and the capacity decreases. The capacity of the bag decreases. This is the thing. That's why we done this operation. And that particular weight of that item, the value of that item, and n-1. And if it is not included into the bag, then it will be knapsack W, weight of capacity of the knapsack, the weight of that particular item, the profit of that particular item, and it is be n-1. And between them, what will be the maximum value? It will be returned. So this is why the max function is used. Now this max function we have used, so that means this max function we should have to be defined because this max functions we called here. So that means this max function we have to, so this max function we have to declare, or we max functions we have to be defined. So for this defining the max function, you see we have defined the max function and it is taking two variable. One is a and another is b, integer variable a and b. And what it will return if the a is greater than b. This is the condition, or we can say this is the ternary operator. This is a ternary operator condition. Through one line, using the ternary operator, we can able to find the value of the maximum value between two item through ternary operator. So here it is returning that if a is greater than b, that means the value, if it is true, that means the a value will be executed because a greater than b. Then if it is true, then the value of a will write, and if it is false, then the value of b will be shown. So this is the max function format. So now let's see, we will compile it first. So that means execute and compile and run. So first compile it. So we will use problem name given knapsack and see what is happening. Problem knapsack. So see what is happening now. Okay. So that means first it is going that enter the number of items. So number of items we have to enter. Let's say I am adding 3 items. Let's say I'm adding 3 items. Now enter the item's weight and its value. Both have to be entered. So that means weight and the profit, both we have to enter. So let's say 20, I am giving 20. So first weight is 20. Next, that value for the first element is 100. After that, the second element weight we are giving 30, and the second element value we are giving not 30, let's say we are giving 10, and the next element value we are giving 50 for the second element. Now for the third element, the weight we are giving 30, and this third element value we are giving 150, let's say. So that means between the first element, the value is 20, and the first element weight is 20 and the value is 100. The second element weight is 10 and the value is 50. And the third element weight is 30 and the value is 150. So that means what it will be chosen. So let's say enter the capacity of the knapsack. That means the bag capacity should be included. So let's say I am saying that the bag capacity is 50. Let's say I am saying that the capacity is 50. Now you see the maximum value in the 01 knapsack is 250. Now why this 250 is chosen? Now why I have said that there is 20 and 100. Profit is 100. Then 10, the profit is 50. Then 30, the profit is 150. Okay. So if we check here, that then we will find profit per weight. Profit per weight is 5 for all. So that means we can choose anything. Profit per weight is 5 because 100 by 20, the profit per weight will be 5. 50 by 10, profit per weight will be 5. 150 by 30, the profit per weight will be 5. So in this all have the same profit per weight. So that means you can choose anything first. So let's say this is chosen. This is chosen 20, then 100. So that means 20 is included into the 20 is included, and the profit we get 100. Okay. Next, if we choose 30, then the profit will be 150. The profit will be 150. So that means the capacity is full and we are getting the maximum profit. We are getting the maximum profit. If you see for any other condition, then it will be not applicable. We cannot getting the maximum profit, because if we choose, let's say first it 20, then 10, then we have choose here. So that means we are getting 30 and the maximum profit is 150 we are getting. If we choose this to 10 plus 30, then also we are getting maximum profit as 200. Now, if you say that if we choose all 20 plus 10 plus 30, that means the capacity will become 60. So 60 greater than 50. Yes, it is. We cannot take it because it is greater than the capacity of the knapsack. The total weight is the greater than capacity of the knapsack. So this three altogether we cannot take that. Altogether of this weight we cannot take that. So among them, only this condition is true, that if we take the profit as the 100, the profit is 100 and the weight is 20. And if we added this with the last, that is the weight is 30 and the profit is 150, then total will be, the weight will be 50 and the profit will become 250. So that is why the maximum value in the 01 knapsack, it is stating this 250 as the maximum value. So this is the total program of the knapsack. Okay. So it is clear to everyone.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now, everyone do this in your system, and I will, after that, I will see that what you have performed. So do this program into your system, and after that, I will call one by one your names, and you will share the screen to show me the output. Okay. So I'm giving some time, and in between this time, you do this. Okay, so now one by one I will call out the names. So show me the program. So first, Ritik, are you here? Ritik has the Ritik सुनाई दे रहा है? I think Ritik is not able to hear. Okay, तो आदित्य
Yes, sir.
हाँ शो कर सकते हो प्रोग्राम?
Yes, sir. Yes, हम डेस्कटॉप से ज्वाइन
अच्छा।
कर रहे हैं मीटिंग.
लैब
Sir, please allow to share the screen.
Yes, it is allowed. You share the screen.
So is it visible?
Yes, yes, it is visible. Okay. Put some values other than which I have shown. It is up to you that what value you have choose. Yes, because that's why only 33 you have chosen. So that's why the
Yes,
second
sir.
element is only chosen. If you choose the enter the capacity of the knapsack, like if you choose the 50, 40, then you can see one time you have choose the capacity of the knapsack as a 50. Again, run it one time.
Okay, sir.
तो उस टाइम क्या शो करते हैं एक बार देखते हैं तो शो एक बार रन करो.
The 50.
50 और 53 ऐसे कुछ दो 53 या 55. हाँ अब देखो फ्रैक्शनल लिया है, देखो फ्रैक्शनल लिया है मतलब हम
Yes,
बोले
sir.
कि जितना जितना इसका ये होगा कि वैल्यूज अगर जब मेरा टोटल 77 चूज हो गया तब कैपेसिटी मेरा 33 था, ठीक है. उसके बाद रिमेनिंग कितना रहा? रिमेनिंग 20. सो 20 को क्या है वो उसके बीच से फ्रैक्शनल वैल्यू लेके 20 को सेट किया. ओके, जैसे हम
Yes, sir.
जो फर्स्ट जब एग्जांपल में दिखा रहे थे, जैसे कि
Yes, sir.
फर्स्ट जब एलिमेंट ऐड किए उसके बाद मेरा क्या हुआ कि जब हम लास्ट एलिमेंट को ऐड करने गए तो लास्ट एलिमेंट के टाइम में मेरा टोटल रिमेनिंग कैपेसिटी था हम मेरा उसमें 2, बट वेट ऑफ द जो ऑब्जेक्ट था उसका था 3. तो हम लोग का क्या है 2/3 करके हम उसमें लिए. सेम एज दैट इधर भी एप्लीकेबल हुआ क्योंकि 53 मतलब तुम्हारा फर्स्ट 33 जो वो चूज हो गया, उसके बाद रिमेनिंग जो वैल्यूज है, रिमेनिंग वैल्यूज उधर से रिमेनिंग चूज किए. ओके
Okay, sir.
ओके, इट इज क्लियर टू यू?
Yes, sir, it is clear.
ओके, you can stop the share.
Okay, sir.
Okay, next Apeksha.
Yes, sir.
Apeksha, can you share the screen?
सर कुछ एरर आ रहा है.
अच्छा ठीक है, तुम शो करो, हम देखते हैं क्या है.
ओके
शेयर
सर.
करो. हाँ अच्छा, तुम लास्ट स्टेटमेंट लिखे नहीं हो, जो एल्स रिटर्न स्टेटमेंट का है. ये तो जब हम एन आइटम को नहीं ले रहे हैं क्या, ओ लिखे हो. अच्छा, देखने दो. अच्छा हाँ, इसको भी ठीक है. अच्छा, okay. Okay.